Hello everyone and welcome to the season finale of URL-GT1 Season 12. We are at Sepang and unfortunately not a full grid today. Lots of drivers are on holiday and most championships have already been wrapped up. Still, we have 17 drivers at the start of this race, and Robert Horvat put his Mercedes-Benz on pole. He's on a real streak. Good moments there for Robert Horvat in these last few races. He put down a 1:54.8. His teammate Peter Abelovsky was behind him, followed by Peter Backus to round up the top three. In AM, it was Chris Simpson taking his first real pole position in the AM Cup. 1 second clear of Rob Timpen, and then came his teammate Sando Donadel 2/10 further down. So let's have a look at the highlights of the race. So here is the grid. We have the two Mercedes at the front, and then Peter Backus and Michal Klisch in fourth. Michal has a good start. Not a lot of wheel spin, and let's see if he can put his nose up the inside into turn one. He has the inside line. It will be about how brave he is on the brakes without making any mistakes. Oh, he takes a bit of cross on the inside, but he's up to P3. Yes, indeed. So Peter Backus and Michal Klisch got past Peter Abelovsky, although he is coming back at him. For the rest, it's quite clean in the back as well. So Michal Klisch and Peter Abelovsky side by side. Michal outbrakes Peter, but Peter dives underneath him, and we'll have the ideal line for the next left-right combination. Oh, here it's getting very busy with Rob Timpen, Yevgeny Leonov, Felix Boucher as well is involved there, Flori Manolace as well, Chris Simpson in the green Koenigsegg behind. So very close here in the AM Cup as well. Angelo Guidici is last in 16th position. So I apologize for the jerkiness of the replay. There seems to be a problem with the server replay, and there was also some lag on the server during the race. So here's Rob Timpen in 10th position. So with not a lot of drivers. Oh, and that's I think Yevgeny Leonov going there on the gravel and losing 2 spots to Florin and Rob Timpen. He is currently in first in the AM Cup. Let's see if that stays this way. So here's the whole field. Robert Horvat will complete lap 1 in first position, then Peter Backus, Peter Abelovsky, Michal Klisch, and the whole rest of the field, the two teammates Felix Boucher and Manuel Liguori. Rob Timpen in first, then Chris Simpson and Sando Donadel in second and third in the AM Cup. So everyone very close, and here we're riding with Chris Simpson on the second lap. Sando seems to be a bit quicker, and he goes for the gap on the inside here at the tightest turn of the track and gets the position from his teammate Muxi Istvan. Had a bit of a scrappy first lap, and he's now ended up behind Chris, Sando and Rob for the three-way battle in the AM podium. Here's Muxi getting past Chris Simpson, and here's Sando Donadel trying to catch Rob, but then getting onto the power too easily or too early. And in these GT1 beasts, that's not a mistake you can make. So here we see him on the left, hitting the wall a little bit, losing speed of course on this long straight. Can Chris Simpson retake that second position from his teammate and go for that first ever AM URL win? Let's find out later on. Rob in front lets Muxi past, so he doesn't want to lose too much time there. So then behind the leaders, Robert Horvat, Peter Backus, Peter Abelovsky and Michal Klisch. There was a big battle here between Florian Kutz and Ethan Bass. Ethan, going quite wide and car in front of him. I think it's Felix Boucher or Manuel Liguori, also going quite wide. Oh, and then here, takes it just a bit too wide onto the gravel, and that tiniest mistake costs him a position. Yevgeny Leonov had a scrappy first lap, a couple of incidents, ended up in the back, and he's now working his way back through the field. Rob Timpen overshot his braking point into the last turn, and that's Yevgeny going past, aided of course by the Ferrari 550 straight line speed. And in the back we see Chris Simpson followed by Andrei Golubnici, and oh, that's Rob Timpen making a mistake from the lead in AM. He has to wait for these two to get back on the track, so that's Chris Simpson inheriting first position in the AM Cup at the moment. So then it was pit stop time, not a lot of drivers, so not a lot of action, to be honest. Here's Robert Horvat coming into the pits, and it was in the same lap that all the other front runners would come in. No big changes. Here's Peter Backus and also Michal Klisch coming into the pits, as I said. In the second stint there wasn't a lot of action to be shown. Everyone kept his position, consolidated, and Robert Horvat takes the win here at Sepang to end this season. Peter Abelovsky and Michal Klisch were very, very close throughout the whole first stint, less than 1 second apart, but Michal couldn't find a gap in the defense of Peter. Will he be able to make a move here on the last lap? Saleen has some good straight line speed, but the Mercedes as well, and I think Michal will have to settle for third podium spot. Yes, indeed, so it's a 1-2 for Pannonia Racing Team, and then 3-4 for MFK Racing, then Felix Boucher followed by Florin Manolace, Muxi Istvan in 7th, Chris Simpson in 8th, taking the win in AM, his first win at URL, then Rob Timpen, Andrei Golubnici to round up the AM podium. A lot of retirements, as you can see. Only 10 drivers finished the race, unfortunately, but as we saw, Robert Horvat taking a dominant win, 30 seconds in front of his teammate Peter Abelovsky, then Michal Klisch, Chris Simpson taking the win in AM in front of Rob Timpen and Andrei Golubnici. So that's it for this season 12 of URL-GT1, and this also wraps up all the championships. Miko Korkiakowski was crowned champion last week already at Interlagos. He didn't race today. He's our pro champion with 171 points. Rob Timpen took his first AM Drivers' Championship with 194 points. Team's champions were Pannonia Racing Team with 266 points. They took the 1-2 as well today, so a well-deserved Team's Championship. And then the Ironman already went to Andrei Golubnici last year, but he took the AM Cup then, so he wasn't eligible for this title. But this season he will not have the AM Cup in his closet, but he will have the Ironman Championship in pocket with 2018.5 kilometers driven this season. So that rounds it up for season 12. Stay tuned, check out unitedRacersLeague.com, and watch out for news on season 13. We are staying with GTR2. We will be racing GT1 cars again in GTR2, and there will also be a Assetto Corsa GT3 league, probably running in alternating weeks, but that will have to be confirmed later on. For now, we wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, enjoy the holidays, and we will be back strong in 2016.